Hi, I'm Howard Jackson from Open Door Multimedia, and this afternoon I'm recording the newsreel for November 2013. And as usual, I'll be looking back at some of the work I've been doing over the last few months. And this time it's been really varied. There's been lots of different kinds of films, and it's been a great period for me. I've loved it. The first couple of films I'll talk about is some work I did for Judith Green of the Versatile Lift Company. One of the films featured the installation of a stair lift in a domestic property, and the other featured a briefing by one of the engineers for one of the customers, so that when he left, the customer knew exactly how to use the stair lift. One of the interesting things is that Judith did the voiceover, made a really good job of it, and I always recommend that companies try to do their own presentation and their own voiceovers, because for me, I think it comes across as authentic. The other sort of learning thing for me was that the engineer, who'd never been in front of a camera before, did a brilliant job in terms of his presentation as well. So
you want to go to the top of the stairs, push it to the left, keep hold of it, 4 second delay and your lift will set off.
As well. So two nice films that were really well received by Judith of the Versatile Lift Company. The next project I'll talk about is some work I did for Lockie House. Now Lockie House is based in Haydock, and amongst many other things they produce collection envelopes for schools and churches, and what they wanted to demonstrate is that those envelopes are a really quick and convenient and cost-effective way of collecting money from parishioners and from children in schools. But they also wanted to demonstrate, if you like, the scale of their operation, because they are a big player in that sector. So I filmed the process, filmed the machinery, and again they were very pleased with both the films and the catalogue photography that went with them. Next project was some filming I did at New Tile, which is on the banks of the River Tay near Dunkeld in Scotland. I was on a salmon fishing holiday, absolutely beautiful area. The river is stunning, the quality of the fish is amazing, so it's got a lot to offer. And I made 3 films. One of the films featured the river itself, and it was just a description in a way of fishing, what a week's fishing on that river was like, and it came across really well. The owner is actually trying to sell the fishing rights, and he asked for some copies of the film because he saw it as being a really good marketing tool to help him sell the fishing. The other project I did while I was there was a video testimonial, and it was a guy called Peter Dobson. Peter fishes there once a month for 9 months of the season, so he travels from Lancashire up to Perthshire every year, 9 times a year. And it was just nice to see a video testimonial filmed outside on location, because most of them are filmed indoors, maybe in offices, and the one on the banks of the River Tay worked really well.
I'm Peter Dobson, I'm a salmon angler, and I'm on the banks of the New Tile beat of the River Tay.
The next project was about canyoning. Now, you may not have heard of canyoning, but canyoning is where young, energetic, outdoor pursuits type people follow the course of a river, they swim, they climb, they jump. And it's all very exciting, but really not for me. The idea of jumping 20 feet off a huge rock into a freezing cold river just doesn't grab me, so I'll leave that to the younger generation. But the people that were doing it seemed to love it, and it filmed really well. And it was at Eskdale, which is near Hardknott in the Lake District. Stunning day, and the setting was just absolutely wonderful. The next project I'll talk about is some work I did for Dower Cymru, or Welsh Water, and really it's my first £1 billion client. They wanted some films on boat safety at Lynbrennig, which is a trout fishery near Denby that I go to really often, so it was like going home for me. They wanted the films made in Welsh and in English, so that was a new experience, a new challenge. Obviously I don't speak Welsh, so I relied heavily on the guy that was doing the presentation, but between the two of us we did a really good job. The people that received the film thought it was wonderful, and they were very happy with it.
Cyn tanio'r injan, gwnewch yn siŵr bod y lein petrol wedi connectio. Hefyd, gwnewch yn siŵr bod y cylcod yn man iawn.
I'll now move on to a couple of major events that I filmed. The first one was the launch of a charity called the Cameron Foster Foundation. That took place at the Imperial War Museum at Salford Quays. So brilliant venue, a black tie event, lots of beautiful women, big posh frocks, and in the course of the evening, through donations or raffles, they raised over £6,000. So a great event, and just very different for me, but it was great to be filming in a really impressive venue.
Now the Cameron Foster Foundation would like to announce you as the first beneficiary of the charity and provide you with a year's grant of funding to help.
The second event that I'll talk about was the Community Achievement Awards that was run by Knowsley Housing Trust, and that took place at Heighton Suite. Now Heighton Suite is run by Knowsley Borough Council. I used to work for Knowsley for a lifetime, so it was almost like going home. It was really nice to be filming on my old patch, and it was also great to see some of the people, some of the community members from Knowsley being recognised for the work that they do in their own communities.
And the winner is Tony Cavanagh.
A great night, lots of presentations, brilliant comedian, a great performer, and again I got a really nice testimonial from Knowsley Housing Trust, which is always great. So that's pretty much it for November 2013. If you're thinking about using film or photography in your training or your promotional activities, give me a call. I'm always happy to talk. I'm Howard Jackson from Open Door Multimedia. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.